Located at the heart of the European continent, covering nearly 312,679 square kilometers, Poland is the 69th largest country in the world and 9th largest country in Europe. Poland is roughly the same size as New Mexico and slightly bigger than Oman. Canada is 32 times as big in size as Poland. Algeria is 7.6 times. Angola is 4 times. And Chile is 2.4 times as big in size as Poland. While Poland is nearly 3.7 times as big as Austria. Poland's borders have changed many times over the centuries. Its present borders were set after World War II, that ended in 1945. Poland has 7 neighbors: Germany, Slovakia, the Czech Republic, Lithuania, Belarus, Ukraine, and Russia. Due to country's geopolitical location between the East and the West, Polish history is marked with wars and uprisings. There was a time when Poland was the largest country in Europe, but there was also a stage when it was totally erased from the world map, for over 100 years. Poland history dates back to prehistory times when Slavic tribes arrived on this territory, and settled down. But it wasn't until 960 AD that the region's tribes became united, and established the Polish kingdom, under the Slavic chief Mieszko, of the Piast dynasty. Later, during the 14th century, the Polish kingdom reached its peak, under the rule of the Jagiellonian dynasty. Poland united with Lithuania and created the powerful Polish-lithuanian kingdom. For the next few centuries, the Polish-Lithuanian Union would be one of the most powerful states in Europe. At its largest territorial extent, in the early 17th century, the kingdom covered almost 1 million square kilometers, making it the biggest kingdom in the whole of Europe. By the late 1700s, however, Poland had been weakened by a series of wars with its neighbors. The rulers of Russia, Prussia and Austria invaded Poland and partitioned its territory in 1772, 1793 and by 1795, Poland disappeared from the map of Europe, and until 1918, there was no independent Polish state. The outbreak of World War I gave Poland a chance to regain freedom. On 11 November 1918, the Second Polish Republic was established, and Poland reappeared on the map of Europe after 123 years. But it didn't last long enough. Poland tried to develop as a strong nation between the time period between World War I and II. But just 21 years later, after the First Polish Republic, Germany and the Soviet Union attacked on Poland, intent on dividing Poland again between them. This marked the beginning of World War II, and led to Soviet occupation of Poland for nearly half a century. The war was devastating to Poland. Around 6 million Polish people were killed during the war, including around 3 million Jewish people as part of the Holocaust. After the war, the Communist Party took control of Poland, and Poland became a satellite state of the Soviet Union. When the Soviet Union dismantled in 1989, Poland became a democratic nation and established themselves as the Third Polish Republic. That was the end of centuries of struggle of Polish people to safeguard their history and culture, and their right to have a homeland.